What if everything you thought you knew about Daemon Targaryen's death was a lie? What if HBO buried the truth in deleted scenes so shocking, so explosive, that they could have changed the entire legacy of House of the Dragon? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden story of Daemon Targaryen's true fate. Secrets that have been whispered about in fan forums, uncovered in leaked scripts, and hinted at by the cast themselves. Buckle up, because this is going to blow your mind. If you're as obsessed with the Targaryen saga as I am, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss a reveal like this again. Let's uncover the truth HBO didn't want you to see. Picture this. Daemon Targaryen, the rogue prince, the man who wielded Dark Sister with swagger and rode Caraxes like a god of fire. He's the heart of chaos in House of the Dragon, a character who burns so brightly you can't look away. His death, or what we're told is his death, happens in one of the most iconic moments of the Dance of the Dragons. Above the gods, he faces his nephew, Aemond One-Eye, in a clash of dragons and steel. The official story: Daemon leaps from Caraxes, drives Dark Sister through Aemond's eye, and both plummet into the lake below. Their bodies are never found. It's epic. It's tragic. It's everything you'd expect from a Targaryen. But what if that's not the whole story? What if Daemon didn't die that day? What if HBO filmed scenes that revealed a completely different fate? Scenes they cut to keep the mystery alive. Let's start with the source material, Fire and Blood, by George R.R. Martin. If you've read it, you know it's written like a history book, full of conflicting accounts and unreliable narrators. The God's Eye battle is no exception. One chronicler, Mushroom, claims Daemon and Aemond died in the lake. Another, Eustace, swears Daemon's body was never recovered. Then there's a wild rumor that Daemon survived and fled to live in secret with his lover, Nettles. Fire and Blood leaves it ambiguous, and House of the Dragon leans into that ambiguity. But here's where things get juicy. Leaked production notes and alleged deleted scenes from Season 2 suggest HBO shot an alternate version of Daemon's fate, one that changes everything. According to a supposed insider on a House of the Dragon fan subreddit, HBO filmed a sequence that showed Daemon surviving the fall into the God's Eye. Imagine this. The camera pans over the smoking wreckage of Caraxes and Vhagar, half submerged in the lake. The water is still, eerily quiet. Then a hand breaks. The surface. It's Daemon, bloodied but alive, dragging himself to shore. His face is a mask of pain and defiance. He collapses, clutching Dark Sister, and whispers a single word: Nettles. This scene, if real, would confirm the theory that Daemon didn't die, but went into hiding to reunite with his mysterious lover. Why would HBO cut this? Was it to preserve the mythic tragedy of Daemon's death? Or was it because they're planning a bigger reveal in a future season? Let's dig deeper. The insider claims this deleted scene was part of a larger subplot involving Nettles, the dragon seed who tamed Sheepstealer and became Daemon's ally, and possibly more. In Fire and Blood, Nettles vanishes after Rhaenyra orders her death, accused of seducing Daemon. Some fans believe she fled to the Vale or even beyond the Wall. The deleted scenes allegedly show Daemon searching for her after surviving the God's Eye. Picture him staggering through a forest, half dead, haunted by visions of Rhaenyra and his lost family. He's no longer the cocky prince. He's a broken man, driven by love and guilt. One scene reportedly has him carving Nettles' name into a weirwood tree, a nod to the old gods and a chilling parallel to Jon Snow's arc in Game of Thrones. These moments would have given Daemon a redemption arc, showing a softer, more human side to the rogue prince. But here's the kicker. The insider says HBO scrapped these scenes after test audiences reacted poorly. Apparently, fans wanted Daemon to go out in a blaze of glory, not as a fugitive chasing a lost love. HBO, wary of backlash, chose the ambiguous ending we got instead. Yet traces of this alternate storyline linger in the final cut. Notice how Daemon's body is never shown after the fall, or how the camera lingers on the lake, as if inviting us to wonder. Even Matt Smith, who plays Daemon, dropped a cryptic hint in a 2024 interview. When asked about Daemon's fate, he smirked and said, "Who says he's gone for good? The Targaryens are tricky like that. Is he trolling us or does he know something we don't? Let's talk about why this matters. Daemon Targaryen isn't just a character. He's a symbol of the Targaryen dynasty's fire and blood. His death, or survival, shapes how we see the dance of the dragons. If he died at the god's eye, he's a tragic hero who sacrificed everything to stop Daemon. If he survived, he's a flawed, complex man who chose love over duty, defying the expectations of his house. The deleted scenes, if they exist, lean toward the latter. They paint Daemon as a man torn between his loyalty to Rhaenyra and his passion for Nettles, a conflict that could have added layers to his arc. Instead, HBO gave us a streamlined version, one that keeps Daemon's legend intact but leaves us craving answers. Now let's explore another bombshell, the possibility that Daemon's survival ties into a larger Targaryen secret. Some fans speculate that the deleted scenes were meant to connect House of the Dragon to Game of Thrones in a mind-blowing way. Remember the Weirwood vision I mentioned? In Fire and Blood, Daemon's fate is linked to Harrenhal, a cursed castle steeped in magic. The show emphasizes this with Daemon's eerie visions in Season 2, where he sees glimpses of the future, including a White Walker and a three-eyed raven. What if the deleted scenes showed Daemon receiving a prophecy about the long night? Imagine him, battered and alone, visited by a green seer who tells him his bloodline will save or doom Westeros. This would make Daemon a pivotal figure in the Targaryen legacy, a bridge between the Dance of the Dragons and the battle against the White Walkers. This theory isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. House of the Dragon is obsessed with prophecy. From Aegon's dream to Helena's cryptic warnings, Daemon surviving to pass on a warning about the long night would explain why his body was never found. It's because he had a greater purpose. The deleted scenes could have shown him leaving Westeros, perhaps to protect Nettles, or to seek out the truth about the prophecy. One fan on X even claimed to have seen a leaked storyboard of Daemon and Nettles sailing across the narrow sea, their ship silhouetted against a blood-red moon. If true, this would open the door to a spin-off series about their exile, a story HBO might be saving for later. But why hide all this? Why would HBO bury such a game-changing storyline? The answer lies in the politics of storytelling. House of the Dragon is a prequel, and HBO knows fans are sensitive about changes to the lore. Deviating too far from Fire and Blood risks alienating book readers, while a definitive answer about Daemon's fate could limit future creative options. By cutting the scenes, HBO keeps the ambiguity that makes Daemon so compelling. They also avoid committing to a controversial plotline that might not pay off. After the backlash to Game of Thrones Season 8, HBO is playing it safe, sticking to what works. Epic battles, shocking deaths, and just enough mystery to keep us theorizing. Still, the evidence for these deleted scenes is hard to ignore. Besides the insider's claims, there's a curious detail in the Season 2 Blu-ray extras. A behind-the-scenes featurette includes a brief clip of Matt Smith filming a scene in a forest, covered in mud and blood with no other actors present. The director, Geeta Patel, quickly changes the subject when asked about it. Could this be a remnant of the survival storyline? Add to that the fact that Nettles' arc was drastically reduced in Season 2, despite her importance in Fire and Blood. Fans have long suspected her scenes were cut to avoid complicating Daemon's story. But what if they were filmed and then shelved? Let's pause for a second. If you're loving this deep dive into Daemon's hidden fate, hit that subscribe button and join our community of House of the Dragon truth seekers. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to unpack. Drop a comment below. Do you think Daemon survived, or is HBO just messing with us? Let's keep the conversation going. Now let's consider the emotional weight of this alternate storyline. Daemon Targaryen is a fan favorite because he's unpredictable. Charming one moment, ruthless the next. The God's Eye battle is the perfect send-off for a warrior like him, but it leaves his personal struggles unresolved. The deleted scenes, if they exist, give us a demon who's forced to confront his choices. Picture him alone in that forest, haunted by Rhaenyra's face, knowing he's betrayed her trust. Imagine him finding Nettles, only to realize they can never return to Westeros. These moments would have shown a vulnerable demon, stripped of his bravado, grappling with the cost of his ambition. It's the kind of character development that could have elevated House of the Dragon to new heights. There's also a practical reason to believe Daemon survived. In Fire and Blood, the lack of a body fuels speculation that he escaped. Westeros is full of characters who cheat death. Think of Arya Stark, Bran Stark, or even Beric Dondarrion. Daemon, with his cunning and resourcefulness, is exactly the type to pull it off. The deleted scenes could have shown how he did it. Perhaps he used the lake's currents to swim to safety, or maybe Caraxes shielded him from the worst of the fall. One fan theory even suggests Caraxes survived long enough to fly Daemon to shore before dying, a heartbreaking twist that would have added to the tragedy. Let's talk about Nettles for a moment. She's one of the most enigmatic characters in Fire and Blood, a low-born girl who tames a wild dragon and captures Daemon's heart. Her relationship with Daemon is controversial, with some seeing it as romantic, others as paternal. The deleted scenes reportedly lean into the romance, showing Daemon's obsession with her as both his salvation and his downfall. One alleged scene has them reuniting in a hidden valley where Nettles tends to his wounds. She tells him, "You can't go back, the fire's burned too long." Daemon, for once, has no witty comeback, just a look of resignation. This would have been a gut punch for fans, showing Daemon as a man who's lost everything but still clings to hope. But here's where things get really wild. Some fans believe the deleted scenes hint at a connection to the Blackfire Rebellion, a later Targaryen civil war. In Fire and Blood, the Blackfires are descendants of Daemon's bastard son, Aegor Rivers. What if Daemon survived long enough to father more children with Nettles? What if their bloodline carried the prophecy he received at Harrenhal? This would tie House of the Dragon to the broader Game of Thrones universe, giving Daemon's survival a ripple effect across centuries. The deleted scenes could have planted seeds for this, perhaps with a cryptic line about a dragon born in shadow. It's the kind of long-game storytelling George R.R. Martin loves, but HBO might have deemed it too complex for casual viewers. So, what do we make of all this? Are the deleted scenes real, or are they just fan fiction run amok? The truth likely lies somewhere in between. HBO probably filmed alternate takes to keep their options open, then chose the version that best served the story. But the fact that these rumors persist, backed by leaks, interviews, and Blu-ray clues, suggests there's fire behind the smoke. Daemon Targaryen's story feels unfinished, and that's by design. Whether he died a hero or lived as a ghost, his legacy haunts House of the Dragon, and these deleted scenes, real or not, keep his myth alive. Before we wrap up, let's imagine what could have been. Picture a secret epilogue tucked away in HBO's vaults. Daemon and Nettles, older now, stand on a distant shore, watching a dragon soar overhead. Daemon's hair is gray, his face lined with scars, but his eyes still burn with that Targaryen fire. Nettles takes his hand and says, "We made it." The camera pulls back, revealing a strange foreign land, perhaps Yitai or Ashai. The screen fades to black, and a single word appears: blood. This would have been the ultimate twist, a promise that Daemon's story isn't over, that his fire will burn on in ways we can't yet imagine. So, what do you think? Did HBO hide the truth about Daemon Targaryen? Are these deleted scenes the key to unlocking his true fate? Or are they just a tantalizing what if? Drop your theories in the comments and let's keep this mystery alive. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and share this video with every House of the Dragon fan you know. We're on a mission to uncover every secret Westeros has to hide, and we need you with us. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies, because with the Targaryens, you never know who might rise from the ashes.